Triple Whistle, the only podcast that talks about Genoa Cricket and Football Club in English. Powered by Genuani Siresta, our guests every week will comment the game performances, players, ratings, tops and flops here at Triple Whistle. To Triple Whistle, the podcast that talks about Genoa Cricket and Football Club in English. My name is Tobia I'm speaking to you from Edinburgh, and today with me I got Michele from the Genoa Club UK based in London. Hi Michele, how are you?
Hi, Tobia. Good evening, everyone. I'm very well. You? All good?
All good, thank you. Busy at work. Luckily, the Fringe Festival in Edinburgh finished, so I'm starting to enjoy a bit of relax after a busy time. Let's talk about the game. Genoa went on Sunday evening to play an away game in Pisa, followed by 3,000 fans. Could have been even more, but there's been a bit of a hiccup in regards of the tickets on the days prior to the game. And really happy result. We won the game for 1-0. With a fantastic goal of Caleb Kuban. I guess you managed to see the game. What are your impressions about it?
Well, the impression, first of all, is that the most important thing is that we got the 3 points. And after thinking about it again, I think it was a brilliant game. Not maybe in terms of, way of playing, passes and actions that not many actions actually happen, but I think this is going to be the leitmotif of the whole season because all the teams will play, I think, in a very defensive way against Genoa because at least on the paper is the team with the best team in terms of names, etc. So we have to expect very defensive games from the other teams, and we managed to get away with 3 points, which is great. After 3 games, we have 7 points, 2 wins away, 1 draw at home.
Really undeserved. We deserve to win the game.
Exactly. Yeah, we said that last week.
Yeah.
So after the game, I was a bit pissed off not pissed off. Was a
disappointed.
Disappointed about the performance. I said, oh yeah, 3 points, but yeah, they could have played better. But watching it again, well, not the full game, but a bit of highlights and thinking about it again, said, come on,
not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Let's say that the game happened a little bit like this. We weren't expecting Pisa to be so aggressive. And I have to say that they really impressed me for the way they approached the game, because yes, they've been really defensive, but every time one of our midfielder was getting in possession of the ball, we always had 2-3 players on him pressing, doing the blessings Jejen pressing against us. So it wasn't really easy to manage the ball, to create game, and to think about what to do with the ball after you gain possession. We suffered a little bit in the first 20 minutes because of this. They really draw some sort of a line in the midfield. At some point after 10 minutes, they had to substitute Torregrossa, their main striker, due to an injury, and instead of replacing him with a striker, Rolando Maran, which is Pisa's manager, decided to put in a midfielder, and so we had this line of 6 midfielder constantly pressing and playing a very physical game. And what I liked about Genoa was the fact that they said, okay, is this how you want to play? Fine, we're gonna play the same, and we're gonna win it physically. We're gonna win it by playing aggressively, even more aggressively than you guys are doing. I mean, it wasn't, as you said, it wasn't a very nice football game to watch. Surely we haven't seen great football, but the mentality of the team and the performance they deliver in terms of really what in South America they call garra, no, the strength, the willpower of winning every single ball, and we won every single ball in the midfield. Really made me happy at the end. It was a real fight. Sorry, I just passed you the word, but I want to add also on this that I've noticed that at the very first chance that Genoa managed to create, I think was around the 20th minute when a ball found Coda running towards the goalkeeper, and then unfortunately he missed the ball. Well, he hit the ball, but he didn't hit it properly to score. From that moment on, the game has changed, and Genoa found a bit more of courage, whether Pisa started to think, okay, these guys are strong, it's not going to work long term.
Yeah, I must say that I missed the first 20 minutes because I was putting asleep my son. So I just managed to make him sleeping in order in time for seeing the goal from Ikuban.
Wow!
Just in time.
Fantastic. Yeah, because then after that chance of Coda at the 29th minute, a very similar situation to the one that I just described, but seeing Coda throwing the ball to Ekuban in the space. So a brilliant goal made by Ekuban. He literally ran twice as fast as the defender, came face to face with the goalkeeper, and with the fantastic touch, he managed to lob it over the goalkeeper and score an absolute gem of a goal. I'm really happy for him. I think he deserved a goal. We all know he is not the most talented player, but his commitment is remarkable, and he's shown that when he's put in the right condition, he can deliver goals as well.
I completely agree. I'm very, very happy for him because he puts on the pitch every time is all his energies. He fights, he runs, he jumps. I mean, he has not the best technique, but I think that Genoa supporters should give him more credit
More credit.
For what he's doing. Of course, he missed last year, this year, some good chances, but when I see a player putting everything he's got in his body to for playing with our shirt, I can just admire it and support him.
I do agree with you. Then I'd say that after the goal, the second half has been pretty much similar on the line of the first half. However, we suffered barely anything. Our defense has been, I think, remarkable. Martinez made a couple of good saves towards the end of the game, but I think the turning point of the whole game has been when Blessin decided to add Ilsanker to our midfield in order to put some muscles. The game was really tense in there, and in order also to give some sort of an order to the midfield. Badeli was really tired. You could tell it wasn't the game for him. Too fast-paced. And I think Ilsanker really made the midfield look stronger in terms of organizations, in terms of physical power. I mean, it must not be nice to have a guy like him in front of you, chasing you for the ball. You know, he's an absolute giant. So I was really impressed by him. Cons of the game, because as we said, we haven't seen a great game. I think these kind of games, you have somewhat to find the strength and the space to close them. Because anything could happen anytime, even though Pisa hasn't been extremely dangerous. Of course, they felt that 1-0 was still doable for them, And if you manage to close this kind of games, scoring another goal, I don't know, at the mid of the second half, then it's game over. The game finishes when you score the second goal.
Yeah, I think there were a couple of occasions that Genoa should have played better. Yeah, I agree. The team must find the strength and to close this kind of game because they're very dangerous. You can easily get a goal, let's say a minute 40, and 3 minutes later getting a second one, and you lose the game very easily.
Yeah, you lose a game that you dominated, that you deserved, and that would be shameful.
Yeah,
we had our chances, and we had a nice shot of FT from the right hand side that went outside from nothing. He should have crossed that ball. Koda was alone in the middle of the box, but hey, he had a real close chance to score as well, so I don't blame him for trying. And then Yalchin as well, towards the end of the game, was alone in front of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that one he had to score. Even if when he entered, he did very well. He made a couple of plays very well, but that chance he had to score.
Was incredible when he got in. After 5 minutes, he was in the pitch. That he managed to take the ball from our defense on the left hand side, make a very long run, dribble a couple of players, and get one of Pisa players booked for the second time. So he had to leave the pitch as the ref had to show him a red card. That was remarkable of Yalchin. He got this kind of plays.
Exactly. Very good.
If you agree with me, I will just list out the tops and the flops, and I like to hear your opinion.
Yeah, you go ahead this time.
I think the tops were definitely a Cuban, because he deserved this goal. It was a brilliant goal, but he also played 89 minutes at super high intensity. Really, I think he won the game for Genoa, and he deserved to be the best of the game. Then, as I mentioned earlier, I really liked Il Sanker, because in a situation where we were starting to suffer a little bit, he brought the right mentality, the right attitude, and he put order in the midfield. And I really like our center backs, both of them, Dragusin and Bani. If I have to choose one of the two, I say Bani as well. Defensively played an amazing game, always in position, always helping his mate, always helping FT on the right hand side. So a really good defensive game, even though I'd say it was a bit easier for them, as they didn't have any sort of striker to look after, a part of Cisse, for 15 minutes in the second half.
Yeah, and even if Cisse was very fast, a very fast guy, Bani managed to keep him
under
quiet.
Control. Yeah,
under control. Yeah.
I really like the sort of feelings that there is between Bani and Dragusin. I think they work really well together. It's proved as well by the fact that I mean, today, for example, for an event that then we're going to talk about maybe later on, they both were there present for this special event. I mean, it seems like they really bonded, and they're really starting to find the right partnership, to lead the defense. So I'm really happy for that. Talking about the flops of the game, I didn't really like the performance of our offensive players, Gudmundsson and Portanova. I think that the kind of game wasn't playing in favor of Gudmundsson. Really physical, lots of tackles, lots of fights. He's a small guy, so he's not that kind of player to fight for those kind of balls. However, every time he managed to gain possession of the ball, he couldn't manage, and he didn't spark the light that we saw in different games. He's been brilliant, for example, with Benevento. He's been brilliant in Venice. Yes, Saturday, sorry, he wasn't that good. Same thing for Portanova, and I would say even worse in this case, because he has the physicality, he has the pace, he runs for this kind of games. They both
I was expecting more.
Yeah, they both disappeared from the pitch a little bit. It happens. It's not a big deal. Maybe wasn't the kind of game where that kind of play was ideal. And then the third flop, in my opinion, was Pajac. Pajac, that offensively, he hasn't played a very bad game. He put a couple of balls in the box that were quite dangerous. Unfortunately, nobody was there to attend them. But defensively, it was really, really dangerous. He got booked in the first half, and he kept on repeating the same mistakes. And I think Blessin did the right thing to take him off the pitch at the first half, because he was gonna get a red card. No danger on that.
This week I think we agree a bit more compared to last week. I just want to add a flop. We already discussed this on WhatsApp after the game, and honestly, I put also Galdamesh in the flops. From my point of view, he entered not with the right mentality. As soon as he entered, he lost one very dangerous ball, and then towards the end of the games, I think another couple of balls.
Yeah,
that
I didn't notice, but I trust you. Yeah, I do trust you. Yeah, I think as well the same thing for Gudmundsson and Portanova. I don't think he is that kind of player for a game like this. Galdames strikes me more as a ball possession midfielder more than actually an aggressive one.
That is also true. Maybe it was not his game also. Yeah.
But yeah, surely now with the addition of Aramu, and mostly with the addition of Strootman, something that we haven't talked about last week, Genoa did a very nice surprise to the fans, and all of a sudden, basically a day that nobody was expecting anybody, we signed Puskas, ex-Pisa from Reading Club. Aramu, it was in the air since many weeks, and out of nowhere, Kevin Strootman from Olympique Marseille, a really fantastic return, because he played for Genoa over a year ago. I think with him in the equation in the midfield, there will be very little space for Galdames.
Yeah, that is true. I'm very happy that Strootman is back, first of all, because he has shown the will to come back, and he brings a lot of experience, a lot of how can I say,
Mentality, charisma.
In the group, and I think he's a very good addition to the group. Even if, of course, he will not play all the games, because we need to keep him for the important games. But it's a very good addition in the group, also especially for the youngers.
Yes, absolutely. I do agree with you, and I'm really curious to see how Blessin will now manage this army of a team, because really we are really well covered pretty much everywhere. We're still missing maybe a couple of players, a left winger and a center back, but
especially the center back, I think.
The center back, yeah, and the winger too, because Pajac, I don't see him well for the whole season. He definitely can do good, but I think we need a plan B on that side. And I'm pretty sure that after listening to Blaskets, which is the director of Genoa today, he said that they won't spare any sort of energy and money in order to come back to Serie A. So I would expect from the next 2 days, which are the last 2 days of the transfer market, a lot of a lot of commitment and possibly some surprises as well.
Yeah,
What do you think about, and this is the last topic of the day, about the third kit? Genoa presented today the third kit today on Wednesday. So from tomorrow, basically, it will be available on Wednesday. And what do you think about that? It's something that breaks with tradition a lot and brings some sort of new vibe to the club.
I still haven't made my mind on this, so I need to give a proper look at the pictures. At first, I'm not excited, but maybe I'll change my mind.
Okay, I get it. It's very different. If you haven't seen that, I'm talking to those that are listening. Go and check it on the official page of Genoa. It's something that many clubs in the Premier League, many clubs in the Bundesliga are used to, but also in Serie A, say, you know, having a third kit that is a bit funky, let's say. But for Genoa, it's an absolute novelty. We've always been a very traditional sort of club when it comes to our tops. So seeing this kind of black, blue, gray, red pattern, I can see why it can look disturbing to some. I think it's brilliant. The look of it, I think that's personal. Whether you like it or not, it's something that is down to your personal taste. It's brilliant the fact that they decided to do something outside the box, and that it's been the choice of the third jersey has been driven by marketing needs. They want to promote this jersey outside Genova, outside the Genoa fans. And we all know that those kind of kits are collectible items. So if it will bring revenue, if it will bring money to the club, I'm more than happy to see a kit like this.
Yeah, maybe we'll make an order as a club
Oh,
from
I,
here.
I have already set my eyes on it. I really love it. Yes.
But I think it was very nice, the event they did in the historical city center of Genoa. I think
In the
it was
Giardini Luzzati, yeah.
yeah, I think it was a very nice idea, and we had a couple of guys in from London that were there, and yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Genoa organized a very nice presentation in these gardens. They hosted the event with Radio 105, which is the main sponsor of Genoa. There was Brash, which is a famous rapper and musician in Genova, super Genoa fan, and the presence of Draguzin, Bani, and Strootman as well enriched the event. That matched also the very first presentation of the female team. Genoa has a female team that plays in Serie B now, so it seems like literally every single piece is starting to fall into place. There are still a lot of people that are maybe not happy. They're still upset over the relegation of last year, but we can start to see that the club is moving in the right directions.
Yeah, I completely agree. They're working on all the different aspects of the club, and yeah, you can see the difference from the previous owner. So I'm optimistic for the future.
Me too. But thinking day by day, next game will be Saturday against Parma at home in the Luigi Ferrari stadiums. With over 20,000 seasonal tickets sold, we expect to see a very top game in Serie B. Parma is probably the strongest contendant of Genoa. They have a really quality, strong team. It might be still early to think about that, but what are your feelings about this game that is coming?
I'm I don't say anything.
You don't want to
It's too
jinx.
no, it's too early, and I'm exhausted from the day, and I've honestly not thought about it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think we will see a strong Genoa in the pitch, and I mean the result is really up in the air. But we will talk about it next week.
Yes.
I think taking also that you are very tired from the day. I'll say hello to you. Thank you very much, and I would like
Thank you, Tobia.
to thank as well all of our listeners, and I would welcome them as well to join us on every social media platform such as Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and so on. Thank you very much again, Michele, and Forza Genoa.
Thank you, Tobia. Forza Genoa. Ciao a tutti. Bye bye.
You've listened to Triple Whistle, the after game podcast of Genoa Si Resta. See you next week.